I had like 7 scholarships when I was in Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome again. Today I'm talking to a technology consultant and you'll be telling us about career settlement to help those who are coming into the UK for the first time, or you've only been here for probably a few years. I hope you definitely learned something. Okay, so yes, introduce yourself to us. Who are you and what do you do?
Hi everyone. My name is Ayodeji Awe. At the moment, I'm a technology consultant with Accenture. That's basically what I do at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So we have common questions that we're asking everyone who is on this series. How did you get it started in the UK? So how did you come in?
How I came in is basically, to be honest, I wasn't looking at UK, but I'm glad I came to UK.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why I said I'm glad I came to UK, maybe later in the video. But I applied for different opportunities when I finished university. I knew that I wanted to learn about what is happening abroad, right? I watched Hollywood's movie, I wanted to be there. I saw those big buildings. I was very inquisitive. I wanted to be in that space. So I researched about opportunities, applied to a lot of scholarship, and fortunately for me, I got a scholarship that brought me to the UK. The scholarship that brought me to the UK was PTDF scholarship, if you know about PTDF scholarship.
Right.
And it's still ongoing. So please please look into it if you are interested in it. Yeah.
I'll also put a link in the description as well for anyone who might find that helpful. All right, so the next thing is, what was the motivation for the move?
Like I earlier said, so in my university, right, in Nigeria, I knew like I was good there, but I wanted like a global experience, something that would make me stand out even in the Nigeria market. Because I always, when I finished university, we had all these expatriates that came to our work, and they were paying them big money, huge money. So you get because they had knowledge from outside, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to be in that space, like gain good knowledge outside, and then come back to Nigeria and share those knowledge and also earn good money, which is part of my motivation there.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. So how have you been able to integrate in the UK so far?
So when I was coming to the UK, when I got admission to the UK, I did some research, and one of the major issues that people were saying then was, it's very, it's different from Nigeria. There's culture shock, people are to themselves.
Yeah.
So you need that integration is very, very key, to be honest, within the UK. And immediately, based on those research, people always give you like, tips and tricks on how to do it, right? Yeah. One of them is, always don't keep quiet. A closed mouth is a closed destiny, right? Yeah. So immediately I got, and then there's a lot of opportunities within the UK. You just need to be knocking on doors and not give up, even if you have rejection. And typically that's what I did. Immediately, the first day I got to my uni, I went to look for the career session, right, in the university, and then went to meet them. I printed out my CV. I said, this is my CV. I even brought it from Nigeria, my normal CV. This is my CV. Please, can you help me update it, right, to be able to get job? I even asked them, do they have roles and jobs? And, they had, and that's a good thing about having an education in some of this developed world, right? They really look after you. So
support you.
Exactly, because I asked those questions, they sat me down, prepped me, revamped my CV, showed me where to apply to jobs.
Right.
And
so are they also kind of course advisor, is it?
Yeah, something. Yeah, exactly. Like course advisor. So they'll look at your present CV, tell you the kind of opportunities that you can apply to. They'll tell you even if you get interviews, right? Instead of you, if you are confused, because they have people in those companies and stuff, they can connect you to those kind of people, and then they will prep you. And those are one of the things that helped me even land my first job, right? Because I immediately I got in, I started applying for jobs, and then they helped me revamp my CV, showed me the way, and then yeah.
Right. So you did your studies through the scholarship, and then you got your job. The way you were able to easily get the job was because you had started knocking on the doors from the first day. Maybe not the first day, but at least early enough until you needed to then apply for the job.
Yes, when we say it like that, it looks like it was straightforward. What I would say is it's a long journey, to be honest. And I see it a lot in, like, a lot of us, we face similar issues. So when I came, the period of me looking for job and getting job was more than 1 year. It is,
Wow.
yeah, it was. So it's trade again, and that was me that even started early, because even my first advice to people, start applying early, and me, I applied early, trade again, and
Yeah.
still it took me over 1 year, trade again, to get
Right.
the right opportunity. And during my time, there wasn't post-study visa, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I came in end of 2018, so there wasn't post-study visa then.
Wow.
So 1 year, and then you're out, right? And I
Wow.
got my job 1 month before my visa would expire. The month my visa is expiring,
Wow.
that was when I got the job that will sponsor me, right? So it's yeah. So again, there was a lot of up and down. Applied to several jobs. Get to some final interview of some big companies that you know, and I'm sure some of you might have applied to them. And they will just call you. Not that they will give you feedback that you did very well, but they can't just employ you, and you'll be like, what do I need to do again? But one of the lessons I really learned during that period is to never give up, sincerely speaking. As long as I go on all these job websites, which like LinkedIn, Indeed, I usually use a lot
Total
of
jobs.
total jobs. There's one that I usually love, them Grad Cracker. As long as you go there and you still see opportunity, then there means that there's something still out there for you, and then I keep applying. So sometimes when I even face rejection, that same rejection is that day that I'll go and apply to like another 5 or 10 rules. She get just to that. So that's the way I turned my rejection, but it's not always easy. And then I had a good support network, right? Because in my school we had like a lot of us are like immigrants, so we were, at least a lot of my friends were immigrants, so we were facing the same issues, right? And I think that really helped me, because we were facing the same issues. We were helping each other, sharing up information, tips and stuff like that. Even when among my group, I think I was the first person that got a job then. And then based on people had given up at that point, because we were applying since we came, and we're motivating each other. But once I got a job, that kind of motivated others to see that it's still possible, even though there was no post-study. And some of them, even after a lot of them got in my company then, and people that also got in different places, which was good, right? So that's been the story. So it's not straightforward. I just wanted to ensure that people
clarify that,
know that. And it's still happening now, right? I saw a post on LinkedIn recently that someone said maybe he applied to over 100 roles in NHS, right? And he finally got one, right? So it's still happening now. I know a lot of people will be facing that kind of issue. But one thing I like about this country is, once you have a good job, sincerely speaking, whole loads of opportunity opens up for you. You are financially, you are in good standing. You can, all the funds you want to have, you have good credit rates, everything. You can access you can access loans, just because you have that kind of financial backing with a good job. So it's worth the struggle and the stress that comes with trying to land one.
Yeah. That's a lot you've said there, actually. And I'm sure, I'm sure someone is finding that useful. So, after you got the job, how do you then get to integrate with other people, especially other race, culture as well?
To be honest, it's a learning curve, right? Just because I was working in Nigeria, and it's my kind of guys that we were working, so I knew the way their reaction is. But they can be smiling to you, and it's another thing. So in terms of how do I relate to them, what I tried to do is, immediately I got into the company, right? I kind of, first of all, they will connect with you like HR advisor, like a people lead, someone that is in charge of, helping you grow your career. So I tried to have like all these one-on-one meetings with them. Then what I always try and do is, especially because of the consultancy space I work in, right? I always try and have like at least 2 catch up with the person I'm working with, right, within the week. So it's not that I'll just be doing my work and they won't know what I'm doing or stuff like that. So I'll immediately, they put me on a project, I'll just connect with that, my line manager, and be like, how are you? We talk. He tells me, okay, this is what he's planning, wants me to do. I'll say, I get the brief, right? But I also want to have a touch point with you. At least, in fact, my present project is 3 times. I have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just so that at least I read the vibe of the manager. So there's this constant checking in with them, so that they will know you are doing something, not that you just so I think that really helped me with all my line managers that I've worked with, I have this kind of good connection. I have like a 30 minutes with them almost at least 3 times a week just to connect with them. And then while that, I always go for like a lot of their social gathering, because I realized that, for example, England, we are in the Euros period right at the moment. I'll start up conversation about Euros, football, things that interest them. I'll even tell them I'm supporting England, which I am, right?
Yeah.
Although Portugal is my first team, but then I'll say England is the second, team. Those are the kind of things they call it, maybe icebreaker, like things that is just easy. Ask about family, talk about weather. Those are the small things that start conversations, and they start getting interest in you, and also you taking interest in some of the things they like, and they'll kind of like you. And that's the way I've been able to connect with a lot of them.
So yeah, that's a brilliant one. I remember we met at a networking event at a pub, which was a good place to meet lots of people. And I was at your son's birthday where I saw loads of people. So definitely you've done so well connecting with a lot of people. That's great. And my final question, you've said a lot that's helpful to a lot of people. If you are meeting a new immigrant within their first 2 years for the first time, what 2 advice, or if you can make it 3, will you give to them to have a good start or a successful journey?
So that's a very deep question. There are lots. So it's the one that said just 2, right? So I'll try and make it 2, but there are a lot of advice, and I think the first one would be what I usually do and how I got the opportunity to come to UK, and even how I got my job is, you see, so we have social media. A lot of us use social media a lot, right? So what I try to do is I follow, like, all these people that post opportunities, job, opportunities in UK, all those kind of, or join groups that post a lot of opportunity. Just because sometimes, even if you miss going to all these official websites, right, where opportunities, some of these people will post opportunities. So it's always nice that, apart from the fact that you're watching Tunde Ednods, watching all these other people, right, as you are scrolling through your, Instagram feed, if you scroll through Tunde Ednods, you then see maybe one job opportunity, that kind of connect your head, or back to, okay, I need to go and apply to this thing. So I always that's the first thing I always try and tell people, which is realistic, just in terms of what makes what makes you see a lot of opportunities. Then the second one is, like, join, and again, it's still about this community, right? Because community is very key in this UK. That's what I've realized, right? Is one person that will refer you to this job that, oh, I just got a sponsorship here, I just got it, so it's always nice to join communities. I always advocate for church, right? All these community, like church, youth community, even in your uni, they have like a lot of like nice youth communities. It is also nice. And then those are in terms of, I'll just say UK is where I see that if you have to be deliberate about, putting yourself out there, joining this community, trying this thing, and then maybe asking. And if you are in those communities, you get to ask questions. Don't be try not to be a silent person. Ask for, and you get what you are looking for. But they won't come and beg you with opportunity. You have to go and knock on door, reach out and stuff like that, and you get whatever you are looking for. In UK, that's my advice.
That's great. Thank you so much. You may have grown up wherever you're coming from, part of Africa, Nigeria. It's become part of you, so it's easy to connect with your people. But if you're relocating to the UK, to any part of the world, you have to be deliberate about connecting, and those are very helpful tips. Okay, so I hope you found that very useful. Please let us know in the comment box what you think about this video, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.